What's up, agents, and welcome back to another Division video. Trigger warning, this is an all red build with two absolute unicorn pieces in it. They have taken me weeks to grind out, and I am talking weeks. I have done nothing but countdown for the last 3 weeks since pretty much TU20 launched, along with using over 4,000 PS materials in trying to craft these things. Open seasonal boxes with my credits from the countdown vendor, which I usually reserve for exotic components, but I've finally got one build that I wanted to put together out of 3. There's still 2 more that absolutely evade me. So don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and consider joining the channel because this has been pain. And let's get straight on with it. Right, so we're at Lincoln Memorial. Now I already know, right, this is kind of just like formality at this point. I already know this build is going to rip through Lincoln Memorial like butter. I'm on heroic. It's an all red build. I am so powerful, but I'm going to do it anyway just because I haven't used it yet, and you know, this is for fun. You know what else? I'm using my Ouroboros, as you can tell, which is obviously best in slot, but I think a chatterbox would be insane for no reload on this as well. I think it's going to be glorious. Oh, it's just glorious. I'm not talking insane, but I'm talking insane.
There's a gate between you. It looks closed from here.
I've done videos, you know, my best build of TU20 and all the rest of it, but I mean, this is just... that red got deleted. Like, do we even see him? I mean, this is a showcase, right? Holy moly. I know we're door camping. Oh, Rogue Agent showcase. Where we at, brother? I almost want to laugh. That was crazy. We haven't got our pulse right now.
Rogue striker drone detected.
Get your striker drone away from me.
Hostile striker drone detected.
Skills. You just give me 3 seconds. You just wait 3 seconds. Well, are you going to shoot that now? LOL.
Agent eliminated.
Unbelievable scenes.
The compound is all clear.
No, that can't be all of them. Check the interior.
I'm so glad that happened, by the way. That could have gone so much worse. I'm going to do the next room because I'm legitimately having fun. And I know people say to me, you sound like a big girl when you're having fun. But sometimes, like, you know, I've been farming for one of 3 builds for 3 weeks. There's not a lot in the game I don't have. And these 2 pieces have been so hard to come by. This should be another cakewalk here right now. But obviously it's up close and personal, right? So I'm not saying like, oh yeah, go and take on a heroic control point and stand 5 years away from everything and struggle with an SMG. Like, you know, you could change the gun to suit, right? And I'm using Hunter's Fury, which kind of says you must play up close and personal for the damage. And you definitely don't have to spec it out as all red either. Like, I spec everything out as all red as my go-to. and then build in survivability along the way.
Isaac can't access data on this location. Stay alert.
And I'll show the full build at the end. I'm going to finish the level. I don't usually do this. I don't usually like to drag videos out. But this is nothing. There's nothing new in this video, right? You've seen it all a million times before. This build, it's just the two pieces that are unicorns that I managed to pick up. I've really not struggled at all. I really don't even need to have my reviver hive on. Obviously, we got the hunters as well, which is crazy. Oh, they didn't come out the same door. That's disappointing. I mean, it's just been so easy. Yeah, it's just been so easy. And I mean, pretty much any main mission in the game with this would be an absolute walk in the park. Give me a healer on legendary. Oh, and let it watch it rip there as well.
According to the schematics Isaac pulled upstairs, we can lock that tunnel door from their control center. That should keep them from being able to transport those boarders loaded with DC-62.
Oh, no. Come out. Oh, miles quicker than the game respawning. I mean, I've seen some damage. And it's not strikers. I could pair this with strikers as well, and it would rip as well. That's the crazy thing about it. But I've got a soft spot for this gear set right now. And I think for new players as well, it's overlooked because everyone goes to strikers, and I think actually it makes life way easier.
Good work. Go on and head back up. The team from the campus is taking
Not gonna lie,
inside the memorial.
I've had a lot of fun with this. A lot of fun. So glad I finally got one of 3 unicorn builds coming to this channel soon completed.
We would have ended up like Castle. I can't tell you how relieved I am to have you on our
Ooh,
side.
drop some.
Thank you.
Alright, so let's get straight into the build right off the rip. So there you go. You can see straight away what it is I'm running. Gunner, because I wanted to use the Banshee pulse, I'm going to be up close and personal. I wanted the armor on kill, I wanted the rate of fire. Absolutely brilliant. Ouroboros or Chatterbox, either or go well, really, here. Backup is my shield splinterer. Please restore the skin, massive. Yeah, really good as well. But really, it's just all about having your SMG, right? Chatterbox, Ouroboros. And then 4-piece Hunter's Fury, because obviously we get SMG damage, we get armor on kill, we get health on kill, we get Apex Predator. Works like an absolute dream, because within 15 meters we get a debuff, amplifying your weapon damage against them by 20%. Killing a debuffed enemy disorientates them, and that's what I mean, for new player friendly. They're disorientated, you're killing them so fast. It's really, really good. And then we get 5% extra amplified damage. That'll stack up to 5 times. And weapon damage, crit damage on the mask. Then with the gloves, we've got weapon damage and critical hit damage. Then with the knees, we've got weapon damage and critical hit damage. And then with the holster, weapon damage and critical hit damage. Let's get rid of my OCD. There we go. And that's going to be it for your gear sets. Now, these are the 2 unicorn pieces, right? We're going to start off with this one. So it's the Palisade brand set. We get armor on kill for 10%, and we get 60% health, which is a lot of health. Health has had a huge buff this update, and that's some really good survivability just built in. So if you lose your armor stacks, you really don't have that much to worry about. Just keep on going. we've got armor on kill, you know, out the wazoo built into this build. You know, 10% from the Palisade, 10% from Gunner. Then we've got another 20% here from the Hunter's Fury. You know, Hunter's Fury also gives us 50% health on kill. So if you do go into that big chunk of health that you've got, you're going to get, you know, half of it restored anyway. And then Intimidate. So while we have bonus stacks of armor, gain 1 stack each second, up to 9, and it stacks really quickly now, giving us 4% weapon damage to enemies within 10 meters. I really wish this was 15 meters to match up with Hunter's Fury, but it's not. It's a little bit of a shame, so you have got to play a little bit closer than the Hunter's Fury buff. But if you've got the Hunter's Fury buff, you know you're in the right kind of spot. And then for the backpack, which I got today, weapon damage, crit chance, critical hit damage, and adrenaline rush. Whenever you're within 10 meters of an enemy, gain 20% bonus armor for 5 seconds, and it stacks up to 3 times. And that kind of goes in line, right, with Intimidate. So as long as you see you've got bonus armor, you know you're getting all of your buffs. And then the Reviver Hive for an extra life. Now, I am going to nip back to the base of operations before I show you the stat page. Because there is really 2 specializations that you can run with this. One being Gunner, which is the, you know, the obvious choice for playing up close and personal, right? And what we'll do is we'll nip into the stat page now, and you can see here I got 53% critical hit chance. I just messed around with it, and I just swapped the mod back. I paused the video and swapped the mod. Why did you do that, Tickle? Because I was going to show you the chatterbox, but depending on what gun you're running, there we go. Right, so with the Ouroboros, we're at 59% crit chance and 151% critical hit damage. If we look here, we get 308k armor on kill, and we've also got 280k health on kill. You know, kind of a nice halfway for both your armor and your health, giving you plenty of survivability. If you decided not to go with Gunner and you went with Firewall instead, because you was thinking, do you know what? I'm in the incursion, the shield's more useful from Firewall. So you could perhaps put the Striker ballistic shield on instead. Which obviously gives you more damage, you know, playing behind the shield. Just make sure that you mod it up for damage. Active regeneration with the Firewall mod. And then more damage as well. So, you know, that's how I would run this if you're going to use a shield. But the bonus with this as well is you get more health on kill, because if you look at the specialization, Firewall gives a further 30% health on kill. So you're doubling your survivability pretty much, because you're putting a shield in and you're also giving yourself more health on kill. So then you really don't have to worry when you drop out of armor, because you know all the armor on kill, all the health on kill is just going to kick in and keep you alive purely on the speed that you are killing things. It's absolutely wonderful. Such a fun build. Really had a good time with it. And you don't have to be crazy like me. You don't have to seek out these all red unicorns, right? Because as you can see here, it has to drop with crit chance, crit damage, and adrenaline rush so that I could roll the core attribute to blue. You could run all red Hunter's Fury and 2 blue Palisade here for some extra armor and some extra survivability, and the build will still absolutely wreck. So it's really good. I spent 3 weeks in Countdown. Like I said, I spent nearly over 4,000 Palisade materials now in trying to get an Adrenaline Rush one, a Bloodsucker one, and a Vigilance one. And, you know, as you can scroll down here, you can see I've got this one here, but it's headshot damage instead of critical hit damage for Bloodsucker, which is a bit of a bummer. So I'm working on it. I've got another one with crit chance, crit damage. I can keep the core attribute blue and roll the talent. But for now, we're on our way there. Obviously, as well, though, I'm going to show off one more unicorn while we're here. I have got this one. I've got the Obliterate chest piece, which is the other one that I would want. You know, the Intimidate and Obliterate chest pieces are definitely the 2 to go to for unicorns, for Palisade. I'm feeling like I would like an all red Unbreakable one, but I've got a blue one here which I can have crit damage and crit chance on with Unbreakable and keep the core attribute blue. But that's for another day. That's for another build. This video has been long enough. In fact, I've done it in under 15 minutes and I've done a full run through of a mission, which is pretty crazy. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe, and consider joining the channel. Thank you so much. Sorry for the longer video, agents, but I hope you enjoyed it. Join in down below with my happiness and say something in the comments. And if you need a community Discord where you'll just see me dropping things like this all the time, other people farming for this, if you want help, farming groups, incursion, all that kind of good stuff, you'll find a link in the description down below. See you in the next one, agents. Bye bye.